Hello, you lovely people, and welcome to my new channel. Today, I would like to talk about the process of the 13A visa, not the actual process, but the visa interview process, which for us was a very worrying time, and I will tell you why during this video. But if you like this video, and it's going to give me some inspiration to carry on and continue putting some good content up on here. Subscribe, give me some subscribers, and like it if you like it, and leave some comments about anything you like, and I will write back to every single one of you. Okay. Getting back to this, the 13A permanent residence visa. We did all the paperwork as you do before you get the appointment for the interview, which we got, and this was only on the 2nd of August. We got there at 9 o'clock. It was meant to be there at 10. We got there early. So we got there. We found out there was 5 people ahead of us. No, there was 5 people having the interviews. We were number 4. Or were we 3? I can't remember if we were 3 or 4th on that list. Anyway, regardless of that, we was there waiting. I was a little bit nervous. Don't know why. I was a bit nervous, and we'd been married for a number of years, and we decided to last year we decided to go for the probationary, which we got that no problem, because there was no interview then. It was just a matter of fact of filling in the forms, and you got a piece of paper, what you like about your wife, what does she like about you, and blah blah blah, and you fill it in. Accepted for that, no problem. Now, I thought because we were going to go for the permanent, and we've already satisfied the probationary for 1 year, I thought it was just a formality. So we went there, and we've got like a young son. He won't stay with anybody, so we took him, thinking he would be able to come in to the interview with us. But the lady said, no, you can't take children into the interview room with you. So he was looked after by a visa representative lady who was there. She was great, she was. Anyway, it started at 10 o'clock. The first people went in, and not bearing in mind these were all couples. These were all there for the 13A interview. They went in there, and they come out 5 or 10 minutes, and I said, okay. And he, no, denied. Denied? I said, yeah. I said, why? And he didn't want to talk about it. So he went, and then the second, we were 4th now. I remember we were 4th because there was 3 in before us. And anyway, they were all denied. So these 3 couples before us were denied. I don't know why. I don't know. I really don't know why. So I'm like this now, shaking, because my life is here. I've been here for 6 years. Been with my wife for 5 years. Got a son, got a house, and everything like that. So anyway, it was our turn, and we went in, and I said, good morning, sir. Shook his hand, and he said, take a seat. And the first thing he did, there was no expression on his face whatsoever. There was no expression. The first thing he did, he looked at me, looked at my wife, and went, ooh, age gap. And I said, do you think so? Politely, obviously politely. He went, well, what do you think? I said, yeah, there is an age gap. 20 years age gap. But I said, you can't help who you fall in love with. And he went on, and he said, right, now the interview started. Got my passport, looked at my passport. He asked my wife for her government ID, looked at that, give her that back. Now the question started, all directed at me. My wife is sat beside me. Yeah, how long have you been in the Philippines? 6 years. Why do you like the Philippines? Told him I think it's a good country. My life is here. I like the people around here, and blah blah, as you do. So why do you want to stay here? He said, because I'm married, my family, is here. My house is here. Our house is here. And I've made a home here. I've got a fishing boat. I go angling, fishing in my spare time. Okay, he said, earnings, financial capacity. I said, yeah. I told him what I earned. Where do you work? I told him where I worked, the company that I worked was for in America. What do you do? Told him what I did. Um, he said, then, got any photographs? I said, yes, I have my cell phone, and I was scrolling through my cell phone and showed him it. And he took the phone. He took my phone and he was scrolling himself, scrolling. And he said, who's this? And it was my son from a previous marriage, which I've been divorced for 20 years. And I said, that's my son in England. How many times have you been divorced? I said, once. He said, right, how long ago was that? I said, 20 years ago. What did you do with your son? Did you financially take care? I said, yeah. I said, I financially paid him until he left university. Now my son's 25 years old. Yeah, okay. And then he turned to my wife. Said, phone, have you got any pictures on your phone of you and your husband? She did this, the same as me. She showed him the picture, and he did the same. He took her phone, went through, and he said, who's this picture of the baby with no clothes on? So my wife said, well, that's our son when he was born. Okay. Scrolling through. And then he gives out, because we did have photographs of when we first met and during it, here in the house. So I think that satisfied him. Then he started speaking to my wife in Visayan. I don't know what he was saying. I mean, I can understand some of it. I could get the gist of it, but I didn't exactly know. And then he then turned to me and said, take the food here. What do you think of the food? I said, well, to be honest with you, I said, I don't like all of it. I said, I like some of it, but I said the things like balut and things like that, I said, I can't taste. I said, I've tried it, but it's not for me. But I said, everything else, my wife cooks, Filipino food. I said, I do quite enjoy it. I said, I do prefer my own food more. And I was trying to make him smile, basically. I was just trying to get some feedback, some expression, but there was nothing. It was just so matter of fact. And by this time, we'd been in for about 15 minutes. How do you get on with your neighbours? Yeah, very well. I said, we've got some friendly people here. I said, they're all nice people. How do you get on with the noise? The dogs, chickens, and all that. I said, well, I don't really hear them anymore. I said, but I will be honest, when I first came here, I was like that. Noise, chickens and dogs barking all the time, and video keys on all the time. I said, this is your country. I'm a guest in your country. So I said, I've either got to accept it or not be here right now and not marry my wife, But, I do like your country. I get on with everything here. I kind of accepted the way of life here, and I think I fit in generally quite well. Okay, so print your name and sign your name over top of the your printed name. So I did that. I'm still and incidentally, when I did that, I had to look down at what I was signing, and just above what I was signing there was a name list, and the three before us, I didn't see their names, but I saw the big red X's. He put an X through their names, and I saw my name was next. I did see, Steve Milne Smith, Mary Lynn and Darby Smith. And I thought, is he going to put an X through my name? And I said, I did this, and I signed it. I said, is everything okay, sir? And he went, yeah, approved. I said, really? He said, yeah. And then he changed. His persona changed. He smiled, and I stood up and I shook his hand, and I said, sir, I've got to be honest. I said, my mouth was dry. I couldn't speak anymore. I said, you made me so nervous. And he just smiled. He said, go over there and get your biometrics and your facial capturing. So I went out, and I was going to get my biometrics and facial capture, and they said, no, you don't have to do that because you did that with your probationary. So I was just intrigued to wait. I don't know why. I was intrigued to wait for the fifth couple, the couple after us, and this was the final batch for that day. So they went in, and they come out very quickly, within 3 or 4 minutes. And what it was with them, it was an old guy in a wheelchair, okay, and his wife, obviously they were married, that's why they were going for 13A. She was pushing him in, and she was young. I mean, I think she must have been 25, something like that. I'm not a very good judge of age, but I think she was about 25, maybe 30 tops. And came out, refused, denied, and I said to the guy, I said, why'd you get, and he was in a wheelchair, this guy, I said, why'd you get denied? And he said, the age. So it looks like to me they do look at age. With me, there's about 20 years, in fact, there's 19 or 20 years difference between me and my wife. And that is still that's still a big gap, but it's not an extra. I mean, I see people who are 70 walking around with 25, 30-year-olds. So they do look at that. I think they do look at that. When you go in there, like I said, I thought it was just a formality, but it's not a formality, because they don't really know your history, because there is nothing in front of him. I mean, he didn't even know that we'd been on a probationary. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said to us, go and get your fingerprints and biometrics done. He wouldn't have said that, because he would have already known we'd successfully completed the probationary period. So I think they take you at face value there and then. Now, I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't think it's a bad thing. He's doing his job. He's just making sure that you are there for the right reasons. And I would imagine the guy's a very friendly man outside of his job. But at that particular time, when I first looked at him, I thought, ooh, when he went like that, big age difference. With me saying, do you think so? And I thought, why did I say that? I said, do you think so? And do you know when you say something and you think, I shouldn't have said that? Because he's going to probably automatically think, idiot, pointing to me. But when he said, do you think so? Or I said, do you think so? And he said, yes. And then I said to him, I said, well, look, you can't help who you fall in love with. I said, I'd come to the Philippines. 2 things I said I would never do, ever, regardless of where I was in the world. And one was get married again, and the second was have children. But I did them. Not wittingly coming here to do that, but like I said, I didn't come here to do that. But circumstances change, we don't know the future, and we don't know what's going to happen. So that was it anyway. So for us, we were approved. Now the paperwork has gone to Manila. I think that's just a formality. So we got a number, what's it called, an official receipt number. We've got to check on the website after about a month. But they told us maybe 2 or 3 months just to keep checking on the website. So that's what I'll do. I will keep you informed of the progress when it comes through, the approval, and I'm going to put some more content on it. My next content will be about overstaying, because I was one of these people that overstayed during the time of COVID for 2 years, but that's another video. So if you like this video, like it, and I will put more on of experiences. I will do some videos of going out and about and things like this, and even my fishing expeditions on the ocean on my own, sometimes nighttime, frightening myself half to death, but it's what I do, it's what I like to do. So subscribe, hit the like button, they say, and leave a comment in the comment box if there's anything that you would like to write about, or just ask a question. I will be more than willing to answer you. Thank you very much indeed. Take care, have a lovely day, and enjoy this glorious weather that we are having right now. Got some bananas going outside my house, but they don't belong to me, so I can't take them. Otherwise, complaints, my visa will not be approved, because they will phone up for stealing bananas, so I'll leave them. But they probably offer me some anyway. They're quite friendly. Anyway, take good care. Goodbye. Enjoy your day wherever you are. See you next time.